What I'm going to do today is I'm going to be taking all of these needles out of this Knitmaster 321. I received this machine about 6 months ago, and I didn't have a chance to look at it because I got one already. And but I just wanted to show you what you can do is when you get a machine like this, and um, you don't have any extra needles because I need to try. I have about 20 needles, so I need to try and save some of the needles on this machine. I found that it was actually very difficult to knit with, even though I changed everything. And it's basically because the needles are a bit old and they need to be cleaned or to be replaced. So I'm going to be working on these needles, and I'm just basically going to be taking these needles out. So basically, I'm going to take all of them out, and then I'm going to just start cleaning them. There's a lot of reasons why I want to clean these needles. Let me just see if I can get this out. One of the reasons you can see on this needle is you can see a big black mark here. That is one of the reasons why I'm going to be cleaning these needles. And for the other reasons, there's black marks that are on this needle here. So I will be taking all of these out, and then I'll be showing you what I'm going to do with all these needles. When you remove the needles, what I do is I push them out like this, and it actually clicks out. But what I do is I make sure those latches are closed, and then I take them out the machine, because that's what I find much easier when you take them out in that way. So let me just do this. So you can see they come out much easier when you do it that way. So that's how you remove all the needles. I've got all the needles out. So basically what I'm going to do now is I face all the needles in the same direction because I find that's easier. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put them into this freezer bag. This is a freezer bag that I found that's really inexpensive, and I'm going to put all the needles in here. And then basically what I do is I'm going to put them all in here, and then I'm going to put it into a bed of oil. So basically I put them in like that, and then this is what I do when I clean them. And this is just for me to save um, the needles. I've now put all the needles into the freezer bag. This freezer bag's quite thick, and it's actually really quite good, so it won't really puncture. It's like some freezer bags, they just need to be a little bit thicker so they can, especially when you put like bones in or something. So this freezer bag's quite good on that. So I put all the needles in here. Now what I do now is I take some oil, some domestic oil that I've got, and then what I do is I just lubricate the needles like so. I put quite a bit of oil in it. And what I do is I just do this. And what I do is I just squash it. I do it movement gently like this. And what I do is this is how I clean the needles. And what I do also is I leave this overnight, and this is what I do for this. So basically, as I prefer to do this during the day, I'm just doing this at night time, but I seal it up at the top here, and basically I just roll it around during the day. So this is how I clean all these needles. This is not for um, cleaning the actual needle with abrasive. What happens is that the oil gets soaked up by the needles, and any rusty bits that are on the needles, it starts to react with all the needles. And it's a very simple way of starting to clean your needles. I use this just so I can save money, because I find the needles are quite expensive, and I feel that, you know, some of the needles are good enough to be reused. I'm going to show you when I finish soaking these what I'm going to do next, and then I'll show you how to carry on cleaning these needles. So this is a very basic technique, and it's something that I use quite a lot of. I have just finished cleaning all these needles, and basically what I do is I basically just clean them like this, and this is what I do to clean them. Some people, what they do is they sometimes file it down, or they use sandpaper here, but I wouldn't recommend it, because I think if you sandpaper or file anything, it's just going to make the needle weaker. And even though it makes a blemish there, as you can see, there's some blemishes here on the needle. The thing is, I would just leave it as it is. I think you know, it even though it doesn't look that great, it's just worthwhile to keep it as it is, and it remains strong. So sometimes it's best just to save some of these needles, and you know, just so that you can reuse what you have. I'm going to now put this in the machine, and I'm just going to finish off cleaning the needles. Well, this is the end of the video. I want to say thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave a comment, and I will be doing the next video soon.